Hi there, I'm Tiffany Ricks at HacWare. HacWare is a security awareness platform. We help developers build phishing and training simulations with just a few lines of code. Today, I'm excited. This is our first Twitch. We have a lot more to come. There's going to be a lot of great content, but we just wanted to start with an intro content, and then we're going to keep building upon that. We want to hear your suggestions, and we're here to support you and make sure that you're building code that is secure and that is allowing you to continue to be innovative. So today we're going to talk about Git security. Everyone is coding now. We have people who are in marketing that's coding, people who have a music background that is coding. So this is important for even the seasoned developers all the way to the newcomers to know how to keep your code secure. So we're going to show you how to turn on the configuration where it's going to scan your code. You don't have to worry about it. And you're going to protect your resources from a potential breach. This is important because bad actors, malicious actors, have been targeting applications, and they've been targeting Git. They've been targeting the remote repositories, GitLab, GitHub, and Bitbucket. And in 2019, there were hundreds of Git breaches because bad actors would go and search these repositories, look at the code, find keys and usernames and passwords, and they would do two things. They would take those repository for ransom, and they would ask for a Bitcoin payment. If that Bitcoin payment wasn't given, they would delete the repository, or they would hold the data and never return it to the developer. The other reason why it's important to make sure that your code doesn't have secret keys in them is because bad actors will take those logins and try them on various sites. So you want to make sure that you are protecting yourself and your company from cyber criminals. And we're going to show you a quick and easy way to do that in your code. All right, so let's jump right in. So I want to show you how in Git, we have created a document. So we've created an article that that's going to walk you through what we're doing today. It's going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to set up secret key detection in your GitHub repository and GitLab. So if you go to HacWare resources or resources.hacware.com, you'll see the article right there. And it's titled How to Detect Keys in Git. You'll see why this is important, and it's just as I explained. You want to make sure you're protecting yourself from a breach. It explains more about what is secret detection. And what we're going to go through today is how to set up continuous integration where it is going to detect and analyze your code every time it's checked in, and it's going to detect and try to find those secret keys, those username passwords, those API keys. It's going to try to find that. And then it gives you a how-to on how to do this in Git, and how to do this in GitLab, and how to do this in GitHub. And so we're going to walk through a quick example on how to do this in GitLabs. And so I've created a quick little, repository. We're going to be using code from our API. HacWare has a security awareness API that allows you to build phishing simulations and training all within minutes. It also allows you to analyze risk of who's most likely going to fall for a cybersecurity attack. We've made this available to developers. And so we're going to use a sample of our code. In this code, we are connecting to an API, and we are listing out all of the courses for training. And so here, what we've done is we're going to show you how when you are using, when you're connecting to an API and you're using the keys that are stored in a key store, and then you're just connecting to you passing in your credentials by using environment variables or variables. We're going to show you how when you set up your code and you check that in, how the continuous integration is set up. I'm going to show you what file you need to put in your repository, where it's going to always scan your code for those secret keys. And then I'm going to show you how to look at the results. So I'm going to first show you what is in our repository. So we only have a few things in here. We have a README, the Hello World file I just showed you, and then we have this YAML file. So this YAML file, it's a configuration file. When you put that in your repository, and I'll show you what that looks like. It's telling Git that you want it to scan for those secret keys. So we're telling it the YAML templates to use. We're telling it, to turn on secret detection, and we're telling it how far down to scan our code to detect these keys. All right. And in the comments, you should see we have Wilson, who's from the HacWare engineering team. He should have provided a link to, yes, he did. He should have provided a link to the article that gives you the how-to instructions on how to set this up. And I am going to check in this code. And I'm going to give it a testing for Twitch. Right. Push it. Well, maybe. Cool. That's what happens when you're live. Okay. Now push. Okay. So what we're going to look at now is we're going to go to the continuous integration tab that's in Git. You'll see this on all of your repositories. You'll need to make sure that you add that YAML file into all of your repositories, your repos. And so we have logs here. Here we have, added some code in here to show that it actually is going to fail. Here you'll see it pass. So what I'm going to do is just run through this. We're going to scan the master branch because that's where we are. And when you hit run, you'll see down here that it is analyzing, it's running, and it's going to give you a log of everything that it's analyzing. It goes through, looks at everything, scanning all of the files that's in your repository. And remember, I gave it the parameter of, I'm giving it a depth of 100. Of course, this is only one layer because this is a simple repository that just has a hello world file in it. And so this may take, if you have a large repo that has hundreds, maybe even thousands of files, it is going to take a while for this to run. But for us, it only took a couple seconds. And so we see here that it has passed. and then it saves all of that history. And with Git, we showed you in GitLab, but in Git, they have two possible ways that you can go about getting your code analyzed. So for public repos, they have the ability, it has the ability to scan your code. It will send you an email to let you know that it's detected keys. They have this product called Dependabot that is very similar to what we just saw with GitLab with the secret key detection. And so basically it's going to analyze your static code. If it identifies any keys, it's going to send you a notification. That's what these alerts are. And so you have to determine if you want who's going to be the point of contact, and it can be multiple or teams that will get these notifications. And they also specify that there are ways that you can configure it where it's intelligent enough, where it's going to automatically roll those keys out of your code to protect yourself. And so GitHub, based on all of the negative press that happened in 2019, and hundreds of repositories were taken ransom, they're really trying to take steps to protect code. Now, the private keys, they're still private beta testing how they're going to approach this static code analysis. And so nothing has been deployed yet. The Dependabot, they have certain features available for the Dependabot, but the automatically detecting and rolling those keys out of your code hasn't been deployed yet in when you have a private repository. Okay, and it was short and sweet, but that is all that we have today. I wanted to make sure that I jumped in. We provided some easy information to help you protect your code from cyber criminals. I am super pumped and excited. We have more content that is going to be coming every other week to help you developers protect your code. And if you are a developer who has information security requirements, we can help you get started in minutes. You just go to hacware.com/dev. Wilson has added a link in the comments, but you can also see below on the panel that we have the links to this how-to of protecting your Git code from cyber criminals, taking those keys and using them for malicious intent. And then you also see the link below for the HacWare cybersecurity API. This has been fun. Have a great day. Spread love.